What is going on, everyone? This is Abyss271, and this is my blind reaction to the Anime America's video of the Ouran High School Host Club review.
Happy holidays, everyone! Now let's see what you want Santa Robin to review.
They should review Vampire Night one day.
Ouran High School Host Club.
Probably for next year's
Did we already
Halloween.
review it?
Apparently they didn't review it.
I guess not. Well, I guess we did review this on our old podcast, but we never really did a video review of this show. So, after watching all the episodes and reading all the manga chapters, how would I rate Ouran High School Host Club? Well, let's go over the plot first, shall we? The Ouran Academy is a school for the richest kids in the country. To the female students who have way too much time on their hands, they make their way to the music hall room where they indulge in the finest luxuries accompanied by the school's most handsome students, the Ouran High School Host Club. In an attempt to find a more quiet place to study, honor exchange student Haruhi Fujioka accidentally finds the host club and accidentally breaks a priceless vase that the host club was going to sell at an auction for 8 million yen. In order to pay back for the damages, Haruhi must work for the host club as a host and bring in 1,000 customers. Haruhi is perfectly fine with the terms, but the host club discovers a
I
problem.
really didn't like this anime at all back when I was in high school.
Is a girl.
I enjoyed this anime.
With this awkward fact reveal,
Sorry about that.
Haruhi
I enjoy this anime now, but not as much as I used to back in like 2010, 2011.
not being demoted by
I'll explain more
Sarah,
after the video's done.
girl. You know. Well, it's not like she cares, as stated here.
Listen, Senpai, I don't really care whether you guys recognize me as a boy or a girl. In my opinion, it's more important for a person to be recognized for who they are rather than for what sex they are.
She is
Here we
white.
have a not so traditional reverse harem where we don't get a bunch of hot men after one girl. It's far from that concept, actually. In a rare twist from traditional reverse harems, we get 6 amazing boys and 1 very independent girl in this highly entertaining show full of comedy, drama, and sentimentalism. In this day and age where you can rely on cheap stories to cash out on, a story like Ouran High School Host Club is a blessing. With the characters, each of them are memorable in their own way. When I first met Honey Senpai, I thought he was
Honey's one of my
legendary
favorite characters in Ouran High School Host
but as you
Club.
go deeper into his past and see what he has to go through,
Probably a toss between Honey Senpai and Tamaki as my
he's
favorite
accompanied by
characters
his
from
lovely
Ouran High School
cousin,
Host
Mori
Club.
Senpai. Yeah, I'm just gonna call them by their host name since it's easier and cuter. Mori Senpai is the cool silent type, but he shows his true character through his loyalties. No matter the task or situation at hand, Mori does whatever he can to support his host club family, especially when it comes to Haruhi and Honey. Also, I'd like to mention that one of my guy friends wasn't going to watch the show until he saw this scene.
This was the scene, huh?
I'll admit,
That was the
some of the funnier
scene.
scenes and even funniest bloopers come from Mori.
He's wearing the hat. This is so funny. He comes a million miles an hour and just grabs him. Oh gosh, what is this show?
Kyoya is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, I really need to get the anime so I can watch like the anime, so I can watch the bloopers on Ouran High School Host Club. They sound very funny. They look very funny. I don't even think they are even online. I could be wrong on that.
Something special. What started out as 2 brothers against the world turned into this path of self-identity. It wasn't the host club that changed them, though. They were still mischievous and inseparable even after they became hosts. It was the moment they met Haruhi. With how she can tell them apart and how she
Sorry about the
became
dogs
around them,
barking in the
one of the twins
background.
starts to go on their own and changes and becomes someone he never thought he could be. You can only see most of this transition in the manga, but I really loved watching the twins grow in the club. The one and only Tamaki, the heart leader of the host club. With his charm and persistence, he gathered up these different students to create a place where they can have fun and escape from their everyday lives to entertain others. As Kyoya is one of my favorite characters, Tamaki is my all-time favorite character in the show. The guy is full of life and fun and wants to dedicate his entire being to bring a smile to your face, even though he is going through his own hell. I won't spoil any details of his past, but for all of that he has to go through, I admire how strong he tries to be in order to make others happy. The one character that stands out as well and is highly praised by all the fans is Haruhi Fujioka. Now, typical
And for
reverse
good
heroes
reason.
don't put too much attention onto the main girl. Why? Because she is supposed to be a Lego piece. A piece that you can fit in yourself and pretend you're the girl getting the attention from all these hot guys. This show, however, didn't want to be just another formula. They wanted to be their own identity. So for once in a rare while, we get an amazing female lead in a reverse harem. And it's not for the reason you think it is. Oh, she doesn't care about her gender or how people see her. She's an inspiration. Well, that's admirable, but it's not the sole reason why I love her character. Haruhi at a young age had to learn how to take care of herself due to her poor circumstances. So she's not only independent, she's also asocial. All she wants to do is concentrate and work hard in order to obtain her goals. A very admirable trait, but I love how the show points out her flaws when it comes to being social. She wanted to keep to herself and not talk to anyone so she can study, but thanks to that accident, she can learn how to be social with others and grow as a person through the host club. While the host club members change through her influence, she also changed through their help, and the beach house episode is a great example of her learning through them. She sees some girls getting harassed by some douchebags, so she tries to step in and help only to get in trouble herself. Tamaki gets mad at her since she's a girl picking a fight with two big
Kind of
guys.
feels like they should have done like a spoiler, or so if they were gonna spoil episodes of
No. She learns from
spoil
that
episodes
experience
of the
that Kyoya's
series.
convinced that she
I mean, it's not complete spoilers, but it kind of is in a way. Like they're kind of like explaining a scenario that happened in, I believe, episode 7, which was the beach episode.
It's the fact that she thought she could handle this alone. She's got 6 amazing friends who will rush to her side if she'd ask. She's not alone anymore in this world because she has an amazing family with the host club. That's what I appreciate the most in this story. It's not the story of one girl changing their lives. It's Honey Senpai struggling to be true to himself. It's Mori Senpai protecting his family both at the home and in the club. It's Kyoya stretching his feet as he's constantly in the shadows of his older brothers. It's the twins discovering their own identities for the first time. It's Tamaki dreaming of a happy family both in the club and in his own household. And it's Haruhi learning how to reach out and grow from the world she shied away from. An amazing group of characters growing from each other, and they're all voiced excellently by amazingly talented people. Caitlin Glass, Vic Mignogna, J. Michael Tatum,
Vic Mignogna is
Todd
my
Haverford,
favorite anime
Greg
voice
Ayers,
actor, in case
Travis
anybody is
Willingham,
ever curious.
Lucy Christian, and let's not forget Monica Rial. To those of you who think she's more annoying than the Lobelli girls, I like her. I like Renge. I think she's funny.
She's alright. I mean, she can be a bit too much at times, or she appears too much out of nowhere, and her laugh is a little annoying, but
Now,
it's
before I
nothing
wrap this
terrible.
up, a lot of you really want me to talk about one crucial thing. The ending. Naturally, the manga was still running, and this is an obvious product to get you to read the manga, so they made an anime-exclusive ending that numerous people hated. It's stupid, it's unnecessary, it wasn't in the
I didn't think it was
manga.
that bad at all.
Now,
I mean, I have watched this anime twice, and I didn't think the anime ending wasn't that bad.
It could have been worse. I actually don't mind the ending since it brought the show to a decent close and it gave us an
I'm shocked people don't like this ending. I would have thought a lot of people would enjoy this anime
No, it's not
ending.
her. I actually didn't mind her. I like her glasses. No.
Especially what happens at like near the end of the final episode.
Sir? Sir? Kyoya's dad. Papa. Daddy. You're not supposed to do that. In the manga, Kyoya's father shows up and praises his son's success with the host club and how he's actually considering letting him take over the family business one day. The anime decided to take that delightful scene and turn it upside down just to
Wow,
churn
I
out
didn't
more
know about
drama.
that.
Yes, Tamaki has a bitch of a
I don't
grandmother,
agree with
but
that
Yoya's
decision.
dad
Okay,
is
I will give
supposed
it
to be
that.
cool. He's supposed to be proud of his son, not ashamed. That was the only thing that bugged me. So while all of you naysayers
See, that was the
reject
scene I was
class
talking
and
about. That
villains
scene
and
is
how it
what
all
I
went
thought
down,
a lot of people would love
literally,
about this.
I for
That's
one don't
the
mind the
scene
ending
that
that
I
much.
thought a lot of people would love the
Seriously,
final
we've
episode
dealt with
for.
worse people. This show is an amazing experience. It's watching these amazing characters learn from each other as they grow to be better people. It shows how you can change for better or worse from the people you meet. You shouldn't shut yourself away or even be stubborn enough to not grow from each experience you live through. Expand your horizons. Live life to the fullest. Don't buy that $600 iPhone. Take a freaking trip to California and breathe in life. And learn from the people you meet. Ouran High School Host Club is an essential anime that all
Given the choice between that iPhone or that trip to California, I would take that trip to California every single time.
It took traditional structure and made its own identity. It set a new standard as to how reverse harems should be. Full of fun, diverse characters with an interesting heroine. Newer title seems to be lacking in that department, but nonetheless, this is a title you should all see. If you and your friends are looking for a one-of-a-kind show full of diverse characters and wonderful charm, the Ouran High School Host Club is a must-have anime for your collection. Hey, we got a website. You should check it out. Links in the description box down below. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, so follow us. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe to Anime America Podcast for more awesome reviews. If you're interested in anything of pop culture, check out our other awesome channel, Pop Spectrum. You'll be glad you did. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned, Anime America.
I'm just going to let the video in on its own, so that way I won't have to do any editing. Alright, and that was the review. My overall thoughts on Ouran High School Host Club is it's a very fun anime to watch, but only from, at least on my end, it was only good the first time around. I mentioned earlier that I've seen this anime twice, and the first time I watched it was back in around 2009. One of my friends, one of my classmates in college, got me to watch this anime and Vampire Knight. Before I watched those two animes, I was very close-minded towards Ouran High School Host Club. I knew about it in high school, but I really hated it because I thought it was only for like yaoi fans. I didn't get how anybody outside of people that like yaoi would like that anime. But I gave like the first episode a shot, and I really enjoyed it. So I tried the second episode, and I eventually watched every single episode of Ouran High School Host Club, and it was an amazing anime the first time around. The second time I watched it was earlier this year, and I was really hoping that the spark that happened when I first watched the anime would come back, and that it would be just as fun as it was the first time around. That I would forget how funny it was, how good the episodes were, and everything. And yet, even though all the episodes were good, when I watched it the second time, I literally remembered everything of the anime. Like, I haven't watched the anime in like 4 years, 5 years, and yet I remembered every single scene from every single episode, and it made going back, watching it the second time around, not as good for me in general, because I was just waiting for those moments to pop up to go, oh yeah, I remember this. I forgot how funny this scene was. Oh yeah, I forgot about this episode. I remembered it's like I rewatched Ouran High School Host Club after I just saw it for the first time a month ago. But it's been 4 years or 5 years for me, so it was a bit disappointing. It's still a good anime nonetheless, and I still enjoy Ouran High School Host Club a lot. It's just, for me, it was only good the first time around, and I was really wanting the second time around to be just as fun as the first, but it wasn't. I know I'm making it sound like I don't like Ouran High School Host Club, but I do like Ouran High School Host Club, and it will always be one of my top 10 favorite animes of all time. In fact, this was one of the first animes that I got one of my best friends, whose name is Dustin. This was one of the first animes I got her into that made her an anime fan, and she's still an anime fan to this day. She's been watching anime for close to 6 years now, and this was one of the very first animes I showed her that got her to watch and expand the world of anime to her, to get her to go out and just see how amazing anime can be. Ouran High School Host Club truly is one of a kind, and I'm sure my best friend Dustin would agree on that. And that is all I have to say for this video. For my next video, I'm gonna do something a little different. My next video, which I'm probably gonna be recording later today, but it won't be up until probably Monday or Tuesday, is I'm gonna be doing a blind reaction of the latest Fairy Tail episode that just came out. I've been watching Fairy Tail for the past year or 2 years. I've been watching every single episode, and after so many months of watching it, I'm finally up to date. And I'm gonna be doing blind reactions of every single new episode of Fairy Tail from here on out, because I love Fairy Tail. It's one of my top 5 favorite animes of all time, and I wanna do those. Keep in mind though that there will be no audio or no video when doing those reactions. I'm just basically gonna be using these headsets to really listen to the anime and then give my commentary as I'm listening to it. And then I will let you know what time I am in and when I'm starting the episode, so that anybody that wants to watch the episode the same time I am and see what I'm talking about can do that, so that they can understand what I'm talking about, what am I referencing, why do I think this scene is so cool, etc. And that is all I have to say. I will see you all for the new Fairy Tail blind reaction episode. Okay, I just did the blind reaction of Fairy Tail 2014 episode number 89, and even though the sound can come off perfectly, the video did not. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit the video down to where it would match up the sound, because the video is pretty messed up. I used a updated version of the webcam program that I use to record all my videos, and when I use the updated version, sometimes the video freezes. Sometimes the video freezes even though the sound continuously goes. So it lags. The video has been lagging to where the sound is 24 minutes, but the video is 28 minutes. So it's 4 minutes of freezing up and everything. Now I don't know if I can get that fixed. If I cannot get that fixed, then my next video after the one I just did, the Anime America blind reaction to Ouran High School Host Club review, will probably be the One Punch Man blind reaction. I have heard a lot of good things about One Punch Man, but I don't know if it's an anime I would enjoy personally. I'm probably gonna start watching 4 episodes of that, and if I like what I see from One Punch Man after 4 episodes, I will start doing a blind reaction to every single episode of One Punch Man. But I just thought I would give everyone a heads up that the Fairy Tail blind reaction video that I said I was going to do may not happen, because the video is so messed up, I may not be able to even repair it. I mean, the sound works perfectly. There's nothing wrong with the sound. It's just the video freezes up to where when I talk or when I move or anything, it lags. So when the video lags, it makes it harder for me to edit, to delete those lagging moments in the video to where everything is natural. I probably can fix it, but I'm still gonna try anyways to fix the video. Or maybe I'll just upload the audio of it and that's it. I don't feel comfortable doing that though, because in this episode, part of the fun in the blind reaction is to watch my reaction. Anybody that has saw episode number 89 and saw the ending of it, and I won't spoil it, but anyone that saw the ending of episode number 89 of Fairy Tail 2014 knows that something very big happened. And deleting the video and only having the audio won't make the blind reaction as good, because I was very shocked. And you can just tell, but just by me watching the video, you can just tell on my face how shocked I was of what they did. I go into more details of it in the blind reaction, but I may not even be able to put that up. So we'll see what happens. I may just not decide to upload the Fairy Tail 2014 blind reaction, or I may just own the audio if I can get the video fixed. Or upload Fairy Tail 2014. But if I decide not to upload Fairy Tail 2014 episode number 89 blind reaction as my next video, then my next video after that will be the One Punch Man episode number 1 blind reaction. Just thought I would give you a heads up, because I didn't want to say anything and then make people think that my next video is going to be Fairy Tail, only to find out there is no Fairy Tail video. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I will see you all for either the Fairy Tail 2014 episode 89 blind reaction or the One Punch Man episode 1 blind reaction. Till next time.